Everyone, welcome to the show. So another MAGA man has been arrested with weapons, including pipe bombs.
Mattis was a passenger in a car that Pekin police stopped for a traffic violation. Police reports obtained by 25 News show Mattis did not want officers to search the vehicle, and he kept trying to lock the car doors.
So that happened last Friday. As you heard in the video, during the traffic stop, the police noticed that the passenger, which was 34-year-old Dalton Mattis, he had a canvas bag shoved under his seat, and the officer asked, "Hey, what's inside?" And Mattis said, "You're going to have to get a warrant if you want to find out." So the police let Mattis go that night, but they held onto his bag, and then they went before a judge. They got the warrant. They searched the contents. And when they opened the bag, which they did in City Hall, the police found drug paraphernalia, a .45 caliber pistol, and 2 homemade pipe bombs that had been rigged with BBs. So the bomb squad was called in. The building had to be evacuated. Then the police discovered that Mattis is a convicted felon. So he was convicted and sentenced in 2018 for theft. He also has previous arrests for criminal trespass, domestic battery, and damage to property. And Rolling Stone news outlet says that Mattis has a restraining order that was taken out against him. They didn't say by whom, but I'm assuming it was, having to do with that domestic battery case. Also, a local news outlet says that he is currently being investigated for a break-in that took place last month, so in April of 2024. So Mattis was charged in this immediate case for being a felon in possession of a weapon, and the police went to his apartment to arrest him and went exactly as you would expect with a MAGA man. There was a brief standoff, and then they finally took him into custody. And here's how we know he's a MAGA man. Mattis told the police he had the bombs for his own personal protection. He said, "Oh, I wasn't planning on blowing anything up or harming anyone," but he said they were for his protection from, quote, undocumented immigrants and a corrupt government. And Rolling Stone, and then another organization that tracks right-wing extremism, they reviewed Mattis' social media posts going all the way back to 2016. And starting in June, of 2020, Mattis started posting about right-wing conspiracy theories, things like the whole QAnon lunacy, election fraud fairy tales, other MAGA-related BS. And Mattis mentioned that he was willing to, quote, go to civil war. Ironically, in September of 2020, so just several months before Trump's terrorists attacked the Capitol, Mattis posted on Facebook saying, quote, "If it was up to me, I would gather patriots and go to civil war against these domestic terrorists." Just one. Domestic terrorist, singular. He also changed his profile picture to an upside-down flag. And in a TikTok video in April of 2023, Mattis said, quote, "To everybody that is disgusted with the way our government is being ran, there needs to be like a call to arms. Something needs to happen now." So the judges decided to hold him until his trial, obviously for public safety concerns. And the prosecutor told Rolling Stone news outlet that there could be additional charges filed later because, obviously he had explosive devices, I should say. I don't want to be, like the domestic terrorist. So now here's the really terrifying part of the story. I mean, it's disconcerting, obviously, that someone, believing in conspiracy theories has bombs. But this is the part that really caught my attention and disturbed me. This guy recently became a father. Now, the good news is his family seems to be aware of his issues because he complained on social media that his children were taken away, children, plural, by his family and with the help of Child Protective Services. So in December of 2023, Mattis posted on Facebook, he put up a warning saying, quote, "I was a monster before my children were born, and now that I don't get to see them anymore, you will see the fucking devil." Sure, that'll help him get them back. And Rolling Stone says that Mattis has shared hundreds of TikTok videos to Facebook, not of his own, but from other people, that contain, quote, gun fetishism, Civil War fantasies, apocalypse prepping, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, anti-immigrant sentiment, and violence against Democrats, the left, and government officials. Gee, you think he's a MAGA man? And in a video that Mattis made and posted himself, this was in June of 2023, he said, quote, they're slowly taking away our gun rights so we can't defend ourselves from them. I'm fucking tired of it. My whole family thinks I'm fucking nuts because all I'm fucking concerned about is what the government is doing to us. And for some reason, our country's so goddamn concerned on what the fuck a gender is. Yeah, no, sounds like you're concerned about what a gender is. And yeah, your family is right to be a little concerned about your mental state. Not sounding like you're making a whole lot of sense there, guy. Especially talking about having our gun rights taken away. What gun rights have been taken away? None. Absolutely none. We can't even get across the board background checks. We can't get universal background checks. That's how pathetic our Congress is and how much the Republicans have fought tooth and nail. So anyway, yeah, Donald Trump's MAGA movement is dangerous. It is activating all of the unstable reality challenge people in this country. History will not be kind to any of us if this is allowed to continue. Sadly, though, our laws here in the US, they are such that it's going to take a monumental tragedy before anything can be done and before craven politicians pull their heads out of their asses and realize there are consequences for their cynical actions. January 6th, I guess, was not enough. It's going to have to result in a lot worse, unfortunately.